Alright, everybody, welcome back to Dustridge. Yeah. Our heroes take their nice little, heroes, destroying the only tavern in town, killing the two people in it who were in love.
It was, Big Boot Billy Blappers and Butch that did that.
Oh, 1,000%. You guys get your nice little short rest, and then you go riding off into the desert. It's coming up on sundown, and you see the sun on the horizon. As you're riding, the sun begins to set, and you are heading up towards Billy Blapper's hut. It is a bit of a ride. It's about an hour's ride away. Maybe about 45 minutes into this ride, you're on this big straightaway path, and you all become aware that there's a giant sand cloud behind you, advancing on you, chasing towards you. It looks like something is tearing through the sand, trying to get after you. Texas and Fresh Blade Kincaid, you guys take a look behind you, and you see like glints of purple, almost looking like eels that are doing like sort of like a diving motion, and you see about a dozen of these shapes, maybe more, that are like plunging in and out of the sand, creating this dust cloud coming flying at you. Each one is not individually big. It's maybe about as big as a horse, maybe a little bit bigger, but like there's a massive amount of these guys that are chasing after you.
Yeah, I was thinking I usually go with my blades, and I usually avoid the revolver because it's such an uncivilized weapon. But this time I bring mine out and I try to shoot the mass. I try to channel some of my grandma's magic and cast Ensnaring Strike to kind of slow some of them down.
Yeah, you take a shot at these guys, your revolver goes off with a loud bang.
It goes into vines or whatever.
You see it slams into the front of one of these creatures, this weird like purple worm creature, and the vines sort of explode out and wrap around it, and it like falls and starts to rotate, and you see another one behind it slam into it and trip over it, and they start bouncing off of each other. Boone, Texas Boone, what do you want to do for your turn?
Well, alright. Seems like we got a whole hootenanny going on out here. Well, I don't care continental about that. I'm gonna make this horsey go.
Yep, your horse goes and then starts fucking.
You gotta be proficient in animal handling when you're picking up new horses every session.
You see this giant black stallion just starts to pull up ahead of you guys a little bit. Dick Valentine.
Oh boy. I think I'm going to do about the same thing. I don't want one of them sucking dick again. So, I'm going to roll me animal, whatever check.
This is
handling checks.
This is your horse, so you can roll this with advantage.
Mrs. Valentine, you best get going. I got a 9, plus 3, and whatever advantage is. Let's stick with that first one. I got a 12.
Miss Valentine looks back at you and gives you a "what the fuck do you mean move faster" face. It just goes
I done called you pretty.
Then she looks back and sees all these worm creatures and she goes, "Fuck, okay." 12 is a pretty easy DC to hit when they're fucking monsters chasing me. She starts booking it. She catches up to the black stallion. Deputy Lucion, Evie Lucion, what would you like to do?
You know, I'm gonna follow Kincaid's lead. I'm gonna try and shoot to slow him down a little bit. So I'm gonna shoot off my revolver with 2 shots.
You didn't want to leave one of your retainers to slow them down?
No. They're good folk.
Your retainers are fucking trying to keep up on their ponies. Evie, I'm scared, Evie. I think we're gonna die, Evie. You see both of your shots miss. They go flying off. They like one hits the dirt and one goes flying off into the sunset. And you see these things just. Can you? I'm gonna say for your retainers, just to roll me 3 animal handling checks, just flat, to see how they do.
Those damn fuckers are dead.
The ponies just can't keep up. You turn around, you try and take 2 shots, and it like throws your gait off, and you start to slow down a little bit. The other 3 of you pull ahead a little bit. A huge gust of wind blows a whole bunch of sand at you. You guys slow down.
Texas takes the lead.
You see a couple of the ones that are closer start to shoot acid out. It does hit the 2 retainers that failed. And you see them just like dissolve into bones, and their ponies dissolve, and they... Poe keeps going, just passed on the pony, just, I didn't die, I'm sure I'll live longer. He keeps running.
Come on, Poe.
You guys did pull ahead and then slow down a little bit, which leaves you in a neutral stance right now. Kincaid, what would you like to do for your turn?
So I'm a ranger, and deserts are my favorite terrain. Can I do a survival check?
You start to really focus on directing your horse's movements. In Kincaid, you go from a neutral stance to an ahead stance. Texas, you're already ahead.
I turn around as I'm riding, and I cast thaumaturgy to make my voice boom.
Okay.
Be like, hey, get back in your holes.
Roll me intimidation.
How's a 27?
Holy fudge! You see 2 of them just like stop in their tracks.
Like my horns light on fire automatically.
They just like look at each other and then like go away.
That's right. My warlock pack patron's the devil. You better remember it.
Perfect.
That's how we met before, in case anyone was wondering.
So you stay in your ahead stance there, and you've successfully gotten 2 of them to go away. Dick Valentine, what would you like to do for your turn? What would you like to do?
I don't have many options. I can shoot or I can ride. So I'm gonna ride. So I'm gonna give one of them there animal handling checks. Ooh, I got a natural 20 plus 3. That's a 20.
You're
23. 23.
Your horse, Miss Valentine, starts doing a really intricate trot.
That's Mrs. Valentine.
Mrs. Valentine.
Not Miss.
Mrs. Valentine. She turns around, going backwards, and starts trotting really fast, and is still keeping up with Texas Boone, even going backwards. And she like flips her mane at the black stallion, just like, fuck yeah, I got this. I'm a queen horse. I'm a boss ass bitch.
My queen.
She looks at you and winks.
You know what? I usually call all horses crowbait, but Miss Valentine there, she's the only non-crowbait horse I did see.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yep. Deputy Lucian, what would you like to do?
I'll try a shot again.
The sound echoes across the desert as you ping 2 of these guys, and they go rolling over each other and fall flat. You see a bunch of tumbleweeds come flying on the wind towards you, towards your horses. Everybody, you gotta make me some dexterity saving throws not to get tangled up in the brambles. Fresh Bait Kincaid, Texas Boone, you guys are staying ahead. Valentine. 20, Valentine, your horse, even backwards, just jumps backwards over the brambles.
That Miss Valentine, she sure is reliable.
Y'all
Mrs. Valentine's backside.
Yeah, it's fine.
Can you roll me a flat roll for your 1 retainer, who's currently in a neutral stance?
Come on, Poe.
19.
Poe just dodges like a little goat around the brambles. Just, I'm gonna live! I know it! I know I will! Well, my name ain't Poe! Kincaid, what you want to do?
I'm gonna shoot again.
Your first one goes flying off across the desert, but your second one manages to find purchase in one of these creatures. It like hits him on the head and he stops and he goes, what the fuck was that? Turns around and goes running off into the desert. Texas Boone, what you want to do?
That's right. Alright. I've had a bit just about enough of these worms. I'm gonna pull out my old 6-shooter. I'm gonna point it backwards and I'm gonna blow their fucking heads off.
You don't even look. You just pull behind you, hit one of these guys in the head. It like does a backflip.
I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm gonna use Action Surge, and then I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire in the path between the worms that are chasing us and us.
6 of them go charging through the fire. You see them like on fire as they run, and they dive into the sand and pop back out. You see like little burn marks on them, but they're still chasing you down. All right, Dick Valentine.
Well, I'm gonna take Tome from Texas Buck, and I'm gonna pull up my revolver, Dick Valentine Jr., and I'm gonna take a shot at them worms or whatever the hells they are.
Ooh, yeah, you managed to knock one in the head. Perfect.
Get another 19.
God
boy.
damn.
Oh,
Y'all are
Oh,
whittling
boy.
these boys down. You only see 4 of them chasing after you still.
Old Dick Valentine Jr.
Little dick.
Little Dick!
Little Dick! A little Dick!
Oh, little Dick.
Ooh. Deputy Lucian.
Don't forget about Poe.
I'm gonna live! I'm gonna see another day!
I'm gonna take another shot.
Oh no! You fall. You go into a neutral stance then, with a missed shot.
And then a 19 for the second attack.
Ooh, you go back to a head. Yeah, you managed to take one out. Roll a flat roll for your friend. see if he falls from neutral.
That is a 17.
Ooh, he's still keeping going. All right, as you guys are running, all of a sudden, you feel the earth begin to shake violently. Up ahead, you see a giant dust cloud just form in the sky, almost like a mushroom plume. And all of your horses get shaky knees. Boone's barely affected.
I got
21. That's a blackjack.
Yeah, your horse does a backflip. You're fine.
I got a 19. And straight roll for Poe is 14.
Oh no, Poe slows down Poe. Maybe I'm gonna die. Oh no, I nearly fell off my pony.
Poe gonna be worm shit.
Don't worry, Poe, we won't let it happen. We'll shoot you in the head before we let those things eat you.
Strength's my dumb stats, so I got a 4.
Oh no! That's okay, you just go neutral with that. So Kincaid is still not in the danger zone. Unfortunately, that did put Poe in the danger zone. Anybody have any sort of reaction that they can use to try and save Poe? Or is he just getting coated in acid? Poe looks up at Deputy Lucian and says, "It's been nice riding at your side, boss." And then gets coated in acid and just disappears into the dust.
Oh, Poe. Oh, damn. Poor Poe.
No! What a guy, that Poe.
I'll remember him till tomorrow.
There's 3 more still chasing after all y'all. Kincaid, you're in a neutral stance and it's your turn.
These are my swords. So the
You're
first one's
running
25.
right beside these things. Holy shit. The first one hits.
Second one's a 27.
You fucking, as you're running, these things jump at you and you just like twirl of blades. And they fucking, you stab them in the eyes.
Let me tell you why they call me the Fresh Blade.
That's so fucking cool, dude. They go flying into the dust and go rolling. You see one just charging after you, just gripping the sand. It looks up close. It looks more like some sort of like salamander or lizard. It's got these little claws under it that are like scraping the dirt. And it's got this big mouthy maw, and it's like diving in and out of the sand as it's pulling itself. And there's just a dust cloud billowing behind it. And you see it's got the same red eyes as Big Boot Billy Blappers had earlier. Texas Boone, you see one of these things bearing down on Fresh Blade Kincaid. What are you gonna do?
Not on my watch. I aim my revolver and I fire.
It jumps through the air going towards Fresh Blade. Inches
I got
away
a 27.
from his horse's butt. Gets pinged in the head, just missing your horse's hindquarters, and you shimmy on out of there, leaving these things in the dust. The rest of your Journey is uneventful. The sun is just beginning to go down under the horizon, and you see the dark shadow of the night creeping across the desert, and you see Big Boot Billy Blapper's little shed, and you see there's a light on inside. You see his woman is home.
No wonder
I
he got
cast
the
fireball on the house.
Are you actually casting fireball in the house?
No, hang on. I look at everyone else and say, you guys want me to cast fireball on that house?
What if they got some fine liquors inside?
You make a compelling point.
Damn
We
straight.
should go take a look.
No wonder Big Boo's got to stick up his ass. He had to walk all that way
to
to get us a drink.
get a
Maybe
Yeah.
you don't have no fine liquor then.
You see the stallions just covered in battle scars from all of the journeys it's had to do across the desert. It looks at you and it just goes. It gives you the most manly horse nod you've ever seen.
That's right.
Yeah, you guys go walking up to this little hut. You see a nice woman. She's an elf. She's in the kitchen. She's making some sort of something on a little stove there. She got like a hot plate going. She doesn't see you guys outside yet. You see her house is a little bit of a mess because of the earthquake earlier, and she's been tidying up. What are you guys
Can I do
doing?
primeval awareness. I don't sense if she's an aberration. I just know that there are some nearby.
Ooh, that's really interesting, actually. You get pings all over the goddamn place, but you do get an insanely strong sensation coming from the west. You're just getting this weird, creepy sensation. Something ain't right in this desert.
Well,
Boys, I didn't do this before, but I just realized that there might be dust mites in the dust.
Alright, what do you guys want to do?
Perhaps we
Interrogate.
should take a look inside, make sure she's okay.
Who
all
wants
right,
to-
Dick. Why don't you go and give her the little dick? And I don't
Oh.
mean your gun.
So I go up and mosey on up to the place and ask the woman, how's it doing?
You see her like look out the window, and she gets like this really offended look on her face, and she goes, "Why are all the sheriff's boys all out here? What are y'all thinking, huh? Coming up here at Big Boots' house? You think maybe
With
you're gonna
Big Boots horse.
you got Big Boots where's Big Boot, huh? Is he in trouble again?
Not anymore, man.
What what you mean? What you mean? What
Oh,
happened to
he,
Billy?
He
He's
just
not-
sent us to check on you.
Yeah, just to check up on you. He said we could take his horse, check. How you doing?
I feel like you're deceiving me with something here. I feel like you're keeping
Hey,
something
lady.
from me.
Lady, I assure you, everything my friends say is 100% the truth.
She got a nat 20 on insight. She goes, "Y'all are lying to me. Why
Wait
is
a
Billy?
second.
You're lying to me. What happened to my Billy?" She slams open the door.
He's dead. I killed him.
Oh shit, you gone done it now.
She goes, "You did what? You did what to my
I
Billy?"
killed him.
She's got this big frizzy yellow like afro hair thing going on. It's just unkempt from living out in the desert, and it's like flying all around her face. Like you can't even really see her face with how big it is. And you just see tears running down her face. She's like, "My Billy's dead. You killed him. You killed him, you son of a
Shot
bitch."
him in the face after I blew him up.
She looks at the rest of you and goes, "And you're friends with this murderer? You're friends with him?
Well, actually, Billy was very sick.
What do you mean he was very sick?"
He before the end, he went feral, and we had to put him down.
Let me show you. I cast minor illusion to show her what became of her husband in the moments before his death.
I'm sorry I punched his teeth, though. I feel bad about that now.
She falls to the ground on her knees, the sand dirtying up her skirt. She goes, my Billy, he turned into a monster, and I knew something wasn't right with him. I knew something wasn't right ever since he went out into the desert, and he found that amethyst."
You tell us where he found that amethyst. I think we need to go and put a stop to whatever it is that turned him into that thing.
She goes, "It's over yonder. There's a little crack in the desert there, and there's a little drop that he found in. He brought some dynamite and he opened up a little cavern and he found a hoard of amethyst in there. He said he was gonna make us rich. He said that we're gonna finally make something for ourselves in this godforsaken dusted town.
All right, lady. All right.
And now he's dead. Now he's dead.
All right, lady. There. It'll be okay.
The
We
what?
lost some friends too along the way. Poe and the other two. They didn't make it either. It's all hard times right now.
I know. How am I gonna even get to town now? I can't make that trip.
Hey, you can ride with me. This horse is big enough for the both of us.
I don't want to ride with you. You look like the devil.
I might look like him, but I'm not him, I promise.
I like big, strong men, not scrawny men like you. What?
Hey, name's Texas Boone, but my friends call me Tex.
All right,
and,
Texas.
and I cast friends on her.
She goes, well, all right, I guess we can be friends. That's about
right.
it. That's about
more
it.
like it.
I'm a widower, very
Now
recent.
you're gonna go into that house and get all of your things and get ready to move into the city. And when we come back, you better have packed a bag. You hear?
Yeah, of course, for sure.
I'll let you ride on Mrs. Valentine as long as she don't get jealous.
She looks over at the horse, and the horse looks at her and goes,
Now, Miss Valentine. Now.
She goes, well, all right, I guess I'll pack my things here. You guys are gonna go investigate that amethyst and see what happened to my Billy, what made him into a feral monster.
You bet. We'll get to it right away.
All right,
Can I
well,
do an insight check on her?
yeah, of course. All right, I'll be inside just packing my things, I guess.
21.
You do see she's got this like really frizzy blonde hair, and it like bounces away from her eye at 1 second, and you see she's got a big red eye as well. I'll just be inside. I'm gonna pack those things, and I'll wait for you guys here when you're done exploring that amethyst.
Sure thing, ma'am.
My Billy, he died. I can't believe he died. My Billy, my life, my love, my Billy, my big boot. You know what they say about men with big boot, right? Right? They got big feet. Ha ha. That was our joke. That was our in-joke with me and Billy. Billy, oh, I miss my Billy, my Billy, my Billy. I miss my Billy, my Billy.
Hey, Tex.
All right.
She goes inside and just closes the door quietly.
Yeah, Dick.
You can cast that fireball now.
You don't have to ask me twice, Dick. Does anyone stop me from blowing up the house? Nobody's stopping me? Alright, fireball on the house!
You fireball the house, you hear massive explosions, and you hear a terrible screech come from within the house, and you see a creature go flying up into the sky. Its skin explodes off. It's got the tentacles on its face, and
You were
the
right,
big
Dick.
frizzy blonde
right.
hair
That
just
was
falls
fresh
off.
blade.
Oh,
fresh blade.
You were right.
It like pauses there for a second. It looks over at you as its body is slowly succumbing to the fire, and it points down at you and it says, "Beware of mommy. She will come and she'll feast on your bones." She just falls straight down into the fire of her home, and there's a as she disappears.
We bask in the glow of the warm fire that used to be Boone's. Not Boone, that's my name. The Big Boots hut.
You better get them there marshmallows.
I
think I have a couple.
I've got some corn.
We
We
can
could
grow
have
some
some
corn while we're at it.
Some popcorn, corn cob.
You see the thing that she was cooking on the stove, the thing on a hot plate. It goes flying out of the house and just lands at your feet perfectly in the pan still. Perfectly cooked, just ready to eat. I think it was like a stir fry. Just corn stir fry. And then her arm lands right next to it. You guys go riding off into the desert. The moon begins to rise up high in the sky. The desert turning into a blue and black blanket in front of you. You're able to use your ranger sense to keep you on track, going towards that big hubbub of energy to the west. And eventually you guys come across a crack in the desert. It's a huge crack. When you look at it, you see that, and my notes
Is
are
it big
here.
enough to fit Dick in it?
Oh, Dick is going in the crack first,
I
for
was
sure.
totally thinking that too.
You see that the ravine has a 100-foot drop down to the bottom. You guys take the next 10 minutes to tie some ropes. All right. So you guys tie 2 ropes together, and you want to rappel your way down this crack. Who's doing the tie? And roll me a sleight of hand check. Make sure that's snug.
Yeah, I feel like the rogue might be the best bet for that one. He's got the
thank-
nifty hands.
This is a very intricate knot that gets tighter the more pressure you put on it. It is a good rope. I'm going to say everybody give me athletics checks to scale down this cliff.
13.
13. So you're right in the middle. When you get halfway down, your foot slips a little bit and you start to slide down. Give me another check to see if you manage to hold your balance or if you're going to fall from the halfway.
My hand's too sore from tying the knots. I can roll a 10.
You rolled a 10. You fall from halfway. Oh, no.
Fresh blade, no!
18 damage. You go flying down and land flat on your back, knocking the wind out of yourself. Just goosh.
Oh, shit.
You hear the as you hit echo throughout this crack. Just your groan right after. Just oh.
They don't call me the fastest blade in the West for nothing.
I rolled a 14.
14 middling. You start to slip right at the halfway mark. Can you roll me another one to see if you can not fall from the midpoint?
23.
23. You manage to keep your stuff together, and you kind of like fireman slide the rest of the way down, and you land next to Freshblade Kincaid's. I say his body, but he's not dead or anything.
Do I get rope burn?
Your hands are a little singed.
Trick question. I'm resistant to fire damage.
But are you resistant to
rope
rope damage? Don't steal my jokes.
It's called rope burn. It's called rope burn. It's fire damage.
Name only.
All right, you guys get down to the bottom of the crack. You look around and you see that there is a path, a way to travel on down deeper. It's sort of like a little cave. As you look at this cave in the moonlight, you see that it is artificially created. There is evidence that there was some sort of explosive used here in order to create this cavern. Deeper in the cavern, you see reflecting off the walls some sort of purple light.
Let's go towards the purple light. Everyone stay behind me.
Does that mean I'll have camouflage down here?
Actually, if it's any type of darkness, I can also disappear.
Whoa, all of a sudden, Dick, you're by yourself.
Actually, if y'all want, I can make all of us disappear. I have the invisibility spell.
We're all standing here with Dick out.
Yeah. Come on, Dick.
So
I'm
these
pulling you
must-
deeper into the crack.
Oh, goody.
Let's go find out if we can uncover some treasure down here.
Okay. I like that treasure.
Instead of calling this the amethyst in the desert, I'm going to call this the treasure in the crack.
Come, Dick. Come with me.
I'm Dick and I'm coming.
You push it
Children.
in front of you.
Children, all of you. You guys go deeper and deeper into the crack. The purple light glowing brighter and brighter. And eventually you find yourself in a large open chamber. As you tentatively step into this chamber, you see in the center of it, there is a large, like 6 foot tall, very thick circumference, glowing purple crystal. What looks like almost like a translucent amethyst. The ground here, as you take the step forward, suddenly becomes very smooth, and you notice that what you're standing on is actually metal. The cavern is maybe about like a 30-foot radius, so it's like 60 feet across, and it's a big cylindrical shape. The walls around you and the ceiling is all rock.
Well, this is kind of strange. didn't expect to see metal, refined metal down here. Ain't normal.
That floor
ain't
is
normal.
smooth as a babe's behind.
Smooth as Mrs. Valentine's behind.
In the distance, you hear.
It's a Faraday
Whoever is
cage.
down here, show yourself so we can get it over with.
When you yell that out, you feel a light tremble in the earth, similar to that earthquake that you felt earlier, but not anywhere near as aggressive.
Can I use my divine sense?
You turn your divine sense on, and you do not get any sort of hints of celestial, fiend, or undead. You get a weird sense coming from directly beside our friend Texas. You go and look at this crystal. With a 15, as you look at it, you can see tiny little what look like minnows almost, or like little tentacles like swimming throughout this amethyst.
With my roguish speed, I rush back and I say, we gotta destroy that.
All right, are you guys all kind of like
already shooting you.
I'd like to bless first.
you cast bless on everybody? You guys are all kind of in like a group near the entrance to this area.
Deputies, I request the firing squad. Oh, this.
Oh, I think I'm gonna cast stealth before we get this underway.
Cast stealth.
I don't like them snakes.
You take a shot at this crystal. It pings off the crystal. Roll me an attack roll for that. A 25. You see a small chunk goes out of the crystal, and you see sort of like a green ooze, kind of like a slime or a jello, comes like seeping, like bleeding out of it. You see the little minnow shapes in that ooze as it flows down. The wall next to you vibrates violently and explodes outward. A worm, probably 60 feet long, comes lunging out of the wall at your group. Say hello to Mommy. Everybody roll initiative. So Mommy is going to go smack in the middle with a 7. All right. Boone and Fresh Blade, you guys get the jump. You shoot this thing, and then you're able to sense the wall before it happens. You kind of get the jump on this creature. What do you want to do?
Kill it with fire. Ball.
Fireball. All right. He does fail. He gets a 6. 25 fire damage. So what you see is the wall parts open, and a giant blue worm-like creature explodes out of it. It looks like it has a drill head, and then the drill head opens into 4 separate pieces. As it does this, you see it's got a round cylindrical mouth on the inside, which opens up, and a bunch of tentacles come out of that mouth, and you hear a terrifying sound as this thing comes flying out the wall at you, and then it just gets a face full of fireball. Sorry, what was the exact damage? 20 what?
25 fire damage.
Nice. You shoot off this fireball, and then you take a breath, and you go again.
Shoot it in the face with my revolver.
You pull out your revolver, aim right for whatever its face is. It doesn't have any eyes. Nobody clip that. Please, nobody clip that. Don't clip that,
Somebody
Killjoy. Please don't
clip
clip that.
Somebody please clip that.
Scythes! Scythes, I see you.
Clip it.
Don't clip that.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna go tell Sting to stick him.
Oh, yeah, you got it, boss. Nobody hears except for you.
Sting's gonna go over to the creature and use its sting attack, which would immediately end its invisibility. So for the first time, everyone would be able to see Sting.
What is?
Not so imaginary.
His imaginary friend was real this whole time?
That's right. And he looks like a tiny devil with a scorpion tail.
Holy shit, the devil's smaller than I thought.
Hi, friends! I've got your back! Don't fuck with me or I'll fucking sting you! Fucking stabs this thing in the side of its giant, thick body.
does 7 points of piercing damage, and the creature has to make a con save against poison.
It gets a 17.
Cool. So it passed the save. That means it's only going to take half of 10 poison damage.
So he takes 5 poison damage.
Well, Dick, I just blew my wad. That's about as good as I could do.
I fucking stabbed him, guys. I did it.
God damn it.
Dick, just calm down, okay? You're getting a little wrecked here. I just need you to calm down. All right, what are you doing, buddy?
So bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Nice.
First attack with a rapier, I rush in. And then Dread Ambusher, second attack.
Yeah, you go flying in here, blades flashing in the purple light of the cave. It's almost like a mini rave for a second around you.
And then I run back 35 feet.
Get behind me.
You go running away. Mommy pops out. I'm gonna roll for who Mommy goes for. She's got 30 feet of movement. I'm gonna say it's gonna be between Sting, Dick, and Tex. So I'm gonna roll here. I'm gonna say if it's a 1 or 2, it's a Sting. If it's a 3 or 4, it's a Dick. If it's a 5 or 6, it's a Tex. I got a 4.
Oh, why is it always me?
This creature looks around.
I told you to get behind me.
Oh, shit.
Everybody wants a dick in this town.
Everybody going jumping for the dick.
Dick, in your
Chomping
brain,
on that dick.
you hear, "Oh, sultry creature, I must suck on you," and it goes flying towards you. It gets 6 plus 13 to hit. So that's a 19 to hit. 21 bludgeoning damage plus 12 psychic damage.
21 plus 12?
33.
Oh, shit. How come Dick only taking damage?
Can you roll me a strength saving throw?
Oh, fine.
I wanted
got a
it to
20.
hit me.
You got a 20? You manage to get your hands on either side of its mouth as you feel this mommy's trying to suck you inside of her. But you manage to keep your hands on the outside of her mouth, and then she pulls away with her tentacles like wrapping around your head and your mouth. And she like flops on the ground. She like swivels around, so she's kind of taking up the entirety of the inside of the space around this gem, kind of like protecting her babies. Then we go...
the gem is her babies?
The gem's got little tadpoles in it. Valentine, it's your turn. And the head's
Finally.
right there. You want to rage? Yeah, you rage, so now all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing is going to be halved, and you do an extra 3 damage on all of your hits.
So I pull out my long sword, and I'm doing a long sword attack.
Of course, Dick has a long sword, just realizing.
That's the big dick.
Oh, it's big dick. I got a 20.
That hits.
Hit with
So,
a big
like
dick.
natural 20?
And for
Is that a nat
The
20 or
gun
just
is
a
little dick, the sword is big dick.
13 damage.
plus 3 because you're raging, right?
Oh, yeah. 16.
Nice.
Do I get another attack?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I'm going to use my long sword again. Got a 15.
That one misses.
Oh, shit.
Wait, you're blessed. Don't forget.
Ooh, you're blessed.
Add a d4 to your 15.
That hits then.
There you
Okay.
go.
Oh, thank you very much. I got another 9 damage.
Plus 3, 9,
Plus
10,
3.
11, 12
I don't know
damage.
what that adds up to, but
Yeah, you go slashing at this thing, you cut its tentacles, blood starts spraying all over the place. That was your bonus action and action. Do you want to do any movement, or do you want to just stay there so you don't get opportunity attacked?
well, I better take a step back.
If you do that, it's gonna attack you in
Oh,
retaliation.
no.
Do it anyway.
I think I'll stay right in place.
What's the worst that could
Prepare.
happen? Go on, it's fine. I promise, it'll be okay. Mother tells you it'll be okay. Please run away. Give me the opportunity. Dick's gonna run forward and gonna run back. Gonna run forward and I'm gonna run back. And I'm gonna run
back and
forward.
forth.
I got 30 feet of movement every 60 seconds. That's 3 rips.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna dash towards it so that I can do my charge. And I'm gonna smack it. I'm gonna smack it real hard.
Smack that mama.
Smack that, mama.
So with the charger, when I use the dash action, I can hit with my bonus action and do extra damage. So that is a 27 to hit.
That hits.
That is 16 damage. So I pull my longsword out of its sheath, and just with a blood-curdling scream that I release all of my anguish from losing my 3 retainers, charge up Mama. Just absolute blood-curdling scream and just slash it across the ugly mouth.
Yeah, it gets a big, like, across its mouth, and just blood starts splurting out all over you as you're screaming at it. Just, ah! The creature's like, "Bruh!" But in your head you heard, that wasn't very nice now. Why do you have to hurt Mommy?
That there's for Poe.
Who?
Poe!
Probably somebody not important.
How close am I to this bitch?
It is kind of encircling the whole room, so there's maybe like 15 feet between it and the walls as it's wrapped its body around the crystal, because it's a long, like, snake-like creature, right?
Shoot it with a revolver.
Yeah, that hits. That definitely hits. You take a shot at this creature, catching it in the flank. Do you want to do anything else on your turn, Texas?
Yeah, Sting can sting it again. Yeah, 22 to hit with
22
5 points of damage.
All right.
Now he's also got to do a con save.
For his constitution, he gets a 16.
Yep.
Sting. I'm gonna keep fucking stinging this guy.
And then I also want to move to get in, like, right in the way of this thing's teeth, so that I want to provoke it to try to hit me and not someone else. I try to get between Dick and the worm.
I'm gonna say the creature turns and looks at you and goes, "Well, aren't you a naughty little boy?
Oh yeah.
Mommy's
Real naughty.
gonna feast on your brain. I'm sure you'll make a nice host."
Oh, I want to bust a nut in your mouth, Mommy. No.
The creature turns and goes into the wall and leaves forever. No, it's gonna kill you now for sure. Fresh Blade Kincaid.
I call my bullets nuts.
I think only Dick is allowed to do that.
Yeah, that's my joke. We fired a bunch of dicks at her.
Sounds
Sorry,
like you've been hitting all this time.
I got so inspired, Dick.
Oh, Dick inspires everyone deep down.
Yeah.
Man, if only you were missing this whole time, I could have said, "Oh, but you've been shooting blanks all this time."
All right, Fresh Blade, what are we doing?
I went out with 2 blades to try to stab it. Yeah, in its back. When I ran away from home, my mom did say that it felt like I was stabbing her in the back. Dusty 20.
Yeah, you get both hits. Both your blades found purchase in its back. Yeah, you jump up and you fucking, like, stab into this creature. And as you stab into it, she starts to move away from you, so your blades just do a huge carve into her back, just like filleting her in 2 places. She screams out in pain. You go running as far away as you can, backed into a corner. She's going for Texas. She goes,
Oh yeah.
"You're disgusting.
Yes, she is.
I can't believe you would say something like that to me. And as such, I am going to eat you now."
I hope you do.
That is going to be a...
Come on, stop trying to eat me and eat me.
That's for
Yeah,
me.
that'll hit. I have a reaction to being hit. It's called Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke. She does fail the dex save, so she's taking the full damage on that.
Ooh, that's 16 fire damage
Amazing.
down her
ooh.
throat.
She, as you do this, she continues to push forward. Can you give me a DC 18 strength saving throw?
I failed.
What'd you roll? You have
8.
bless.
Oh, right, bless. Hang on. Let me see if my D4 can improve my 8.
Oh.
It's now a 9.
You shoot this.
Texas's luck has run out.
You shoot this fire off, and she just barrels forward and raises up and chomps down on you. You see like a big like bulb as in her throat as she goes, and you see he disappears deep within her gullet.
She ate some of that Texas barbecue.
Oh, damn.
You didn't sign the waiver. She didn't sign the waiver. I'm mighty spicy.
You are now blinded and restrained. You have total cover against attacks and other effects outside, but at the start of my turns, you're going to take a bunch of acid damage. Valentine.
First thing, I'm gonna lunge in, get nice and close with my broadsword, and I did 14 damage plus whatever.
+3, yeah.
17. My second attack, I'm gonna use my athletic ability. Now I'm gonna jump on this thing's back and try to strangle it with my mass strength.
With a 21, you manage to grab it around the neck, and you're holding it down in place as it's like writhing around.
I'm holding on for dear life now.
I don't have anything that make this thing throw up, so I'm gonna.
Don't you worry about Tex. Tex is gonna make it throw up all on his own.
All right, I'm gonna.
He's a spicy meatball.
You hear in your brain, I feel like I've eaten something bad, something that should never have been eaten, something that demonic in nature.
That's right.
Did I eat the devil?
No, just someone who's devilishly handsome.
I'm gonna, third level divine smite as I smack her with my sword.
All right, dude, go for it. Nice. Both hit.
So that's 23 radiant damage.
Jesus Christ.
And then...
Oh no, actually, I'm okay without more damage. Mommy is quite all right without the smacky wackies. Please, no.
That's 12 smacky wackies.
Ow. All right. At the end of your turn, you feel the ground that you're standing on begin to rock and shake. You see purple light glowing from underneath the metal as it begins to vibrate violently under your feet. You see little panels begin to go and start opening up on the ground, and the entire ground begins to lift and shake up. And starts rising right towards the rock wall at the surface. The only place that you can go in order to protect yourself from slamming into the ceiling is underneath one of these panels. Please give me an athletics check to avoid taking damage. You're essentially trying to strength your way under this panel from being slammed into the ceiling. You guys feel this entire thing slam into the roof, and you feel it just keeps pushing. You feel the earth like crack around you, and you just hear dirt and gravel and all of this sound. It's almost like it's tunneling its way up. You feel a pressure of just the air and gravity pushing you down against the metal, and all of a sudden you bust out of the ground and go soaring into the sky. You are on a spaceship. This
Somebody
entire
watched
thing
Cowboys
just...
and Aliens recently.
No, this is too dope to pass up. It goes flying up right at the zenith. You have this sort of feeling of weightlessness before it's going to come crashing back down. In that feeling of weightlessness, we're going to take our next turn. Boone, it is your turn now.
You bet it is. Now,
You feel yourself floating in Mommy's tummy.
as cool as it would be to cast banishment on Mommy, so that I banish the creature around me and appear in airspace, as cool as that would be, I threatened her with a spicy meatball. And so I'm going to bonus action second wind and then cast fireball.
I don't think she could. I think she's just gonna auto fail that. I don't see how that would make any sense for her to be able to dodge inside her stomach.
In fairness, I probably auto fail it too. That's the only fair thing. It's fine, and it's fine with me. I'm resistant. So yeah, it's 40 fire damage. I'll take 20.
All right. Yeah, you see she burps just a big waft of flame. With that amount of damage, she does have to make a Constitution saving throw. That's pretty high. She rolls a
to avoid regurgitating me?
She rolls a 19 on the dice, though. She manages to keep you down.
She manages to keep the spicy meatball down.
She goes,
but it hurts her.
She speaks into your mind and she says, "The spice on my planet is much stronger than you, little one. You're staying in there." Big 19. Freshblade Kincaid, you've got a feeling of weightlessness. It is making your movement a little bit difficult. In order to climb out and go on this, it would be difficult terrain, but honestly she's kind of floating around everywhere as it were as well. So you kind of float over to her to do your attacks on this turn. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, in my head, so I'm gonna try to push off one of these panels and drive with both my swords forward. But I want to pirouette in midair, kind of be like a little drill.
Nice. Definitely. Roll your attacks. You just go wee and go flying past her. And then you see the ship starting to lower away from you, and you're like, ah! You're gonna start plummeting on your next turn. We've got Mommy's turn. Ooh, you are struggling.
I have 1 hit point.
Your skin is starting to melt off. You feel your eyes burning in their sockets. You feel clumps of your hair starting to fall out. You are not doing good. You're having trouble even just breathing in here. Mommy is going to turn and look at the rest of the group. You see your horses down below looking up at you guys like, what's that?
Can this ship land on my horse so that I've lost 2 horses?
Absolutely. What did you
I told you they die too quickly to name them.
I got a 17.
You failed. 39 points of acid damage. You get soaked in acid. You feel your armor starting to corrode. You feel your purple scales starting to turn yellow from just the acidic heat. And then Valentine, it's your turn. You're grabbing onto Mama.
Now we'll take my long sword. Now I'm going to jam it down her throat. Now I'm going to try to free Tex.
All right. Roll your damage.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Tex.
It's all good, bro.
I did my best.
Yep.
Mama is on death's door. She is so close to dead. You feel this weightless feeling, and you guys are starting to go down. We've got Lucian's turn. You're still you stabbed into her. You still got her with one hand. You feel your legs starting to lift up as her body's plummeting a little bit faster than yours is. Evie, what are you gonna do for your turn?
So how hurt are we talking? Real I could end this here if I do well enough?
Texas has 1 hit points.
If you hit, you win.
I will double sword. I got an 18 to hit for the first one. I guess I already had my sword stabbed into her, so I'll use the force of us starting to fall to shear her open so that Tex kind of flops out of her. And then we just kind of use her body to land on top of as we plummet down.
You're gonna try
Everybody, hop on!
You're gonna try and use her body as a sponge to absorb some damage.
Yeah.
All right. You guys begin to plummet. As you plummet, the ship starts to careen and go sideways. When it's doing that, it starts to pick up speed and starts to turn rapidly. You guys grab onto Mama's dead carcass and start to like float up above the ship. You see your horses down below galloping, trying to keep up with you guys. You guys go and slam into the ground. You've fallen about 200 feet. And as you slam into the ground here. Using Mama's carcass, I'm going to say the squishiness of her cuts about 100 feet off of that. I'm going to say inside of Mama, there's also an additional 100 feet cut off of that. So you're definitely going unconscious in there, but it's not enough to outright kill you. Everybody else, you're going to take 10d6 damage. As you slam into the ground, Tex is out. Boom. You guys are all barely clinging on.
Well, I'll like reach in through the slice that's there. I'm gonna pull him out, and I'm gonna like rub my hands together and just be like, "Oh Lord, please just let him live," and push my hands on him and give him 20 HP with my lay on hands.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds as well.
So, Boone,
Oh my.
briefly, you find yourself in a hellfire landscape. You are surrounded by demons and devils and
That's
such
what happened
like.
when you sell your soul to the devil.
You see a man just turns around and looks at you and goes, "It is nice to see you, but it is not
Yeah.
your time yet."
How long has it been since I ran into you in Georgia?
He pulls out a fiddle and he's like, "Shall we play?" And then you disappear. You reappear. You wake up. You are in the middle of a large cornfield. There's corn all around you. It's on fire. Mama's body has turned to goop surrounding you. You look over and you see that your horse has been crushed by the spaceship. The other
But everyone
horses-
else's horses are just fine.
Everyone else's horses are just fine. You guys head into town and you go back to the sheriff. You're covered in goop, covered in battle scars. The townsfolk saw the giant spaceship crash, and they're all looking at you like you're heroes. You walk up to Sheriff Copperton, and he says, "Oh yeah, come on in. How you guys doing? You doing okay?"
You goddamn son of a bitch!
He's got his back to you right now. You see that he's making some teas like, "Hey guys, I thought I would put this together to celebrate a little victory. I made some white tea for us all." He turns around and looks at you, and he's got his big white smile, and you see that one of his eyes has gone red. And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh, you son of a
Oh.
bitch.
Damn.
Yeah! Oh my god, that was so good.
Oh,
How did you guys like the whole Cowboys and Aliens thing?
It was fun.
yeah, it was really
Yeah, I
fun.
had a really good time.
Yeah, I had a great time. I really enjoyed all of our characters.
I played Red Dead Redemption for hours to get that voice right.
I've really been wanting to use Mind Flayers in something for a long time. Since Baldur's Gate 3 came out, I'm like, Mind Flayers! And then I just haven't found a good place to use them at anything. So when Western got chose, I was like, Cowboys and Aliens! Mind Flayers! And then I was looking up what different Mind Flayer creatures there are, and I came across the Neothylid. I was like, ooh, this is a fun little creature. I gotta use this. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun time.
I had a good time.
I
My
also
throat
had a good
hurts a
time.
little.
Yeah. Yeah. My throat also hurts. Go to bed. But it was a
Get all
great
our dick
session.
Jokes in.
Yeah.
All the dick jokes in. Yeah.
You guys are all a pleasure to play with. It was fun.
Likewise.
Same.
Loved all the dick jokes.
Yeah, you made it real easy. That's the best kind of dick. Easy
Lobbing
dick.
it in there.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
Good night.